desk. Oh, okay. So I got it. A workspace is an area that somebody works. It's a space for work, dumbass. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is episode 4 of the Hour of Truth. Today we're picking Tactic. It's a workplace platform for managing your kind of co-working area. They also have a play in, they say, the remote world, but I didn't really see it as I went through the evaluation. All in all, I really liked this product. It took me a little while to find some context around what was going on as I was setting things up, but once that was done, it was actually very clear, and pricing doesn't look unreasonable. I give this a solid 4 stars. I'm going to keep changing the rating system every time I do this, by the way. Maybe not. I think we stay with 5 stars. How about that? So with that, let's get into it. Talking about a new product or a product that just got updated, and we're going to go look at it from a first-time user experience perspective. So not knowing anything about this product, what's it like for a first-time user to learn about it, to interact with it? And today, we're going to be checking out Tactic, which is where the office and remote work meet. So let's go ahead and get into this. Where office and the remote work meet. Helping proactive companies return to the office and make long-term decisions. Oh, that's interesting. Hey, is there a free version? Yes, there's a free version. Cool, so we can check it out. What's limited on the free version? This is always a nice tell because this tells you all the features that they think are the most important. Personalized onboarding. What is this? The Pro. NFC check-in. Cool. Interactive office maps. Okay. Parking spot management. Go ahead and get started. We'll create a free account. Okay, set up in only 5 steps. If you have any questions, open in the chat support. Okay, what would you like the name of your organization to be? Okay, so now I'm going to add an office. North Co. Oops. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hamilton? I don't know. Okay, so we're adding an office now. And the max capacity of this office is 100 people. Okay, so we're building out our office. We have the ability to specify max capacity, time zones, and again, I'm not 100% sure why I'm adding this. So it'd be nice to kind of have, this is taking up a lot of space. I know it's probably good for responsiveness. Well, let's actually check that. Okay, so they're breaking it down. It would be nice to kind of say, this is why you're adding offices. Like, we know that you have to have an office for here. That's probably very fundamental to the company or to you guys who built this and designed this. But to a new user, it's kind of like, what am I doing? Like, why am I giving you this information? I know that it's probably about, managing it might be very fundamental, but it would just be nice to have a little bit more context of what I'm doing here. Maybe on the side or here you have a little photo of a nice little office building, a little description. This is why you're giving us that information. So let's add that office. Okay. So we now have our office. Let's set up our team. I guess is going to be the next phase. Teams have organization units. Like any team within an organization, teams can be a sub-team, i.e. multiple teams can be grouped together in one parent team. So it looks like they've got parent-child relationship nesting for your team, so you can probably have a really complicated team. So let's call this our A team. And then from here, I'm assuming I can add up. There we go, add a sub-team. This is going to be our A1 team. Right on. And then we can team setup. So floors. Oof. Okay, so we're selecting our office of North Co. Floors and zones, workspaces, meeting rooms, parking. Again, having that context, that site right out here in this space. Little paragraphs of what we're doing with this workspace. Like what is that? So our floor plan. Let's see. If this floor is a zone, it's like I don't know what we're talking about. What's a floor versus a zone? So I'm going to say, this is a, zone, floor. I don't know. Floor 1. Upload an SVG. Okay, so you can upload a floor plan. Is it a floor plan? What's it doing? Why is it not letting me do this? Okay, fuck it. Make it a zone. Parent. Oh, okay, so a zone must belong to a floor. This is a little bit confusing, I will say this. Parent zone or floor. Okay, so you can only have a floor. So we have our floor 1. We add our floor. Okay, there we go. And then from here, no, so we're going to add now a zone. And we can add a zone because we're going to have, this is, oh, got it. This is zone 1 of the floor 1. And we choose what our parent is. And I don't have an SVG, so I assume that probably is going to look cool if you do. Workspaces. Get started by clicking on the Add a Workspace button. Okay. See, so that's helping me. I mean, it's not telling me what a workspace is, or why it's important, or why I need to add one, because it's pretty obvious, like, to get started that I would click this. I don't like that both of these are the same color. However, that's whatever. That's just my own personal opinion. So let's add a workspace. Oh, Jesus. Workspace 1. Is this a single workspace, i.e. office, or a group desk? Oh, okay. So I got it. A workspace is an area that somebody works. It's a space for work, dumbass. Makes sense. Office zones, floor optional. Oh, neat. Okay. So here we can kind of go and pick which floor or which zone that was. And that one requires approval. Neat. Okay. Restrict the specific terms of users. Oh, so you can say this is only for certain types of people. People who've paid for an upgrade potentially. Okay, I like that. I follow that. So I've got one workspace within my zone and my floors. Got my one user. Yeah, this is looking really nice. And I mean, the onboarding, other than, giving some more context, I think the onboarding was super smooth. And we're here now looking at our directory. Okay, so now we can go look at our map. So the directory, obviously, actually, let's go back to the directory. Okay, so this is our directory view. And right now it's obviously very boring. I assume this is where we'd have a bunch of people. It might be nice to, if there's only one in here, have kind of like a mock, I don't know. Maybe or have, invite more, like right here, just click, because I don't see a quick way of actually adding somebody from this. I do love the way you're approaching this, because it looks like, again, here's our ability to have our multiple offices, buildings. What do we call those? So that's nice having it right there. It allows us to switch between those really quickly. So I would assume probably the maps would come in if I would have uploaded an SVG with the office spaces, maybe? I don't know. And then the reports. What I find interesting is a lot of these new products that are launching and just basically putting in the big coming soon things with some previews. We did that. I forget who it was. Maybe episode 2. I think it was episode 2 with, oh hell, I don't even remember. But that you kind of preview what you're doing, which I really like that idea, because then you can get some initial feedback just right here, even though it's not clickable or anything, but it at least could give the user a chance to go, oh, okay, I see where this is going. So I do dig that a lot. Okay, so now let's go and look at this reserve a desk. So I guess I'm also, since I'm a user, I'm an admin, I probably would see, I guess I'm not really seeing, reports obviously wouldn't be there I wouldn't assume for everybody. Gets us to our calendar view. Notifications. I can reserve a room for this team. I'd expect my room to be in there, maybe not. Let's go try to reserve a desk. Workspace. Oh, okay, so there's my workspace. It's a desk, and I can reserve this. Hey, this is great. This is very cool. I like this. I like this a lot. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Other than just some context, I think they've done a phenomenal job of really laying out, a fairly complicated process, but making it feeling comfortable and predictable. So yeah, great job on that. I'm not sure what's up with this like half loading. Maybe that's like a loader, or maybe that's your icon. Maybe that's your brand. Do I have an example of what they're? Oh yeah, that's part of their logo mark. So yeah, very nice job. Let's see what we're looking at when we get into this view. We go into tiny land. We're gonna give it a refresh because sometimes apps. There we go. Ooh. Well, so we're not worried about the. Let's go move it up a bit. See if we get bigger. Okay, so some work here. I mean, they definitely have, addressed mobile, but it looks kinda. Oh, now that I'm clicking on these, oh, there you go, you got it. And I think that anybody who's setting up any kind of co-working spot, which is very popular right now, we have a bunch popping up here in Indianapolis. You can use this really really quickly. What I don't see, actually, let's talk about what we don't see here. I don't see a way to. Ooh, okay, so we got Slack. It would no way of collecting payment, and maybe that's just not going to be a thing, or maybe that's a pro version. But right off the bat, I don't see any way. Okay, cool. A bunch of different login identity providers that you can connect to, so you can have single sign-on, doing directory sync. That's nice. Google Calendar, Outlook, Slack. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything about as far as paying for access or whatever. That would be nice to have, as far as having this as your single source for all of the things. But all in all, this is really cool. And again, props to the Tactic team. Hell of a job. All right, that's going to conclude our hour of truth. On to the next one, my friends.